Ahoy there, and welcome to Pirates Parley.
Well, it's Valentine's Day again, gentlemen. I hope you thought to get her something nice, or else...
So, what did you get me? Another card?
A card? No, it's a letter. Love letter, Deluxe edition, which is actually full of cards.
I certainly hope no one takes romantic advice from this clown. Ooh, for me?
She completes me. So, you let the girl get away. And now she's settled for a lesser suitor, and brother, you're mad about it. Well, good news. Every day is a second chance. You've just got to play your cards right. Aye, love is a war, matey. Fight like you mean to win. And always fight like a pirate.
Arr! In Love Letter, you're trying to win over the girl by leveraging the people closest to her. The higher the card number, the more likely they are to deliver your letter,
Thereby winning her heart.
So here's the basics. In most versions of the game, just shuffle all the cards. But in the deluxe version, if you're playing with 2 to 4 players, just shuffle the usual 16 cards shown on the yellow side of the list card.
But if you've assembled 5 or more players, you'll want to shuffle up all 32, including the new cards, indigenous to the deluxe version.
Now for 2 players, deal 1 card face down and 3 face up. For 3 or more players, just deal the 1 face down. These aren't used in the game, they're just there to help players with the process of elimination. Then deal each player 1 card, set the deck in the center, and pick a first player.
The beauty of this game is in its elegant simplicity. It's a basic draw a card, play a card turn. When you play a card, it goes face up in front of you. This is also called a discard. After you play it, apply its effect. Here's the possibilities.
Guard. There are 5 of these in the deck. If you play one, pick a number from the list and point at another player. If they have a match, they are out of the round. This one has a bit of an honor system to it, so play fair, mates.
Quick note, in the deluxe version they say pick a number instead of the usual name, because the new cards use the same numbers, so that number will apply to more than one character. There's even a 0 now.
Priest. Pick another player and secretly peep at their cards. Information is valuable.
Baron. Secretly compare your hidden card with their hidden card. Whoever has the lower value is out. If it's a tie, nothing happens.
Handmaid. She casts a shield of protection. No one can target you until your next turn. Well, after your next turn. If you're the only possible target, well, they'll just have to target themselves.
Prince. Pick a player to discard their hand in front of them and draw a new card. This may cause someone to drop something with devastating effect, if you're lucky.
Oh, and you can also use it on yourself. In fact, if all other players are protected by the handmaid, you kinda have to.
King. Trade hands with a player of your choice and hope you get the better end of the deal. At the very least, you now know what's in their hand.
Countess. You can play this to no effect. But if you have the king or prince as your other card, you have to drop it. People may try to figure out why you dropped such a high number. Poker face, matey. Say nothing.
And the princess herself. If you've got her, try to hold on to her until the end. But if you do let go, you're out.
Now those are the basic cards that you'll find in most versions of Love Letter. At least the effects, if not the names. Once the draw deck is empty, or only 1 player remains, the round ends. If 2 or more players remain, they compare hands, and the highest number gains a token. Do all this again and again until 1 player has the required tokens of affection, which is 7 for 2 players, 5 for 3 players, and 4 for any higher number.
That player gets the girl and lives happily ever after.
But let's look at the new deluxe characters, shall we? These are for larger groups, and they certainly change the game.
First up is the assassin. If someone targets you for the guard's effect, yell, "Surprise!" and they are out of the round. Discard and replace him, then just kind of sit there. It makes others nervous.
Then the jester. He's a gambling man. Play him, choose a player, and give them this jester token. If they win the round, you gain a token as well. Ya backed the right horse.
Cardinal. Choose 2 players and make them trade hands. However, you also get to sneak a peek at one of their hands. Such chaos.
Baroness. She's like the priest in that she gets to look at another player's card, but in her case, she can pick 1 or 2 players to peep.
Sycophant. Choose a player and they must be the target of the next effect. It's like he puts out a contract on you.
count. At the end of the round, if he's in your discard, the card in your hand counts as one number higher in value. Get it? Count.
Constable, if he's in your discard when you're knocked out, you gain a token anyway. That's a fine insurance policy.
Dowager Queen. She's like the Baron. Compare hands with the player of your choice, but this time it's the player with the higher number who's out. The Hobbit version did something like this, so if you've played that one, you'll recognize the effect. She's just worth more. A lot more.
And finally, the Bishop. He moves diagonally along the same colored...
He works like the guard. Pick a number and another player. If you guess correctly, you gain a token. They get to decide whether to keep the card or discard and replace. But now everyone knows what they have, so I'd get rid of it, if possible.
Oh, and at the end of the round, the princess still beats him, even though she's an 8 and he's a 9. I figure it's because she's the ultimate goal of the game, and he needed a unique number, so you can use the guard on him. And that's all of them. Think you can remember all that?
We have many versions of this game, and they're all great, with only minor differences. In this edition, things change radically with all the new characters, allowing you to go up to 8 players so no one has to be left out. Which I suppose can only draw the reaction, it's about time!
I'll tell you, another thing that will strike you immediately about this version is the quality. Larger, tarot-sized cards with fine printing and included custom sleeves. There's enough to sleeve the whole game, even the reference cards. Which kinda doesn't work since they're double-sided and the sleeves are not. So I guess you'll just end up flipping them from time to time.
There's also larger tokens of affection and that jester token. These are really just more visual, not much to say beyond that. But the box is really nice. The art is beautiful. Plus, the magnetic closure and the velvety insert are quite classy. This edition will probably cause us to pass on some of our other versions. Except for The Hobbit. It has a few cards that most versions don't.
This is one of our favorite party games. Easy to teach, easy to learn, lots of fun. And if you don't have it yet, and you're not after a specific tie-in theme, then this be the one you want, matey.
And it certainly is a good fit for Valentine's Day.
That it is. In fact, if you know of a more romantic game to play on a night like this, I'd like to hear it.
So would I.
No, really. What other games would you say fit the mood of this mushy holiday? Tell us below so we can take a look. Thanks for joining us for this Pirates Parley.
Don't forget to grab some discount candy tomorrow.
And we'll see ya next time.